Hi, guys. Peace, peace, and power to all of the goddesses who will be viewing this video. As you know, my name is Janeda Marie. I am going to be your instructor. Man, I am super, super excited for this class. I definitely do want to give thanks first and foremost and say thank you for being patient. I was having a lot of issues going on as far as my sister passing, another person that I know passing away, and really getting back to the fundamental essence. I had to use this course in order to kind of get myself back on track. So now that I'm here, I'm definitely super excited to be a part of this journey with each and every one of you. Really learn, really grow, really see what we need to do individually and collectively for each and every one of you in order to be that best version of yourself that you can be. So what is this course? Why the Goddess Journey? What's next? What's next for all of us, right? So the Goddess Journey course was intended to teach women how to heal from inner trauma. We all definitely have issues, whether it stems from childhood, whether it stems from sexual abuse, whether it stems from verbal abuse, low self esteem, things of that nature. We all have had to go through different things. We've had to learn different skill sets in order to cope with that, and release those limitations, release those fears, release those baggages in order to get us to the next phase of our journey. The Goddess Journey is meant for you to have the tools that you will need to ultimately heal yourself inside of any situation that you may go through, in your everyday life. It's teaching you small steps that can become big steps if you utilize them correctly in order to grow yourself, in order to know yourself, and really in order to pinpoint your individual trauma, to figure out what it is that's holding you back. What subconscious patterns are you going through? What are the things that you're training your mind to think as we go through certain steps inside of this program? So this is genuinely just an introduction. I am super, super, super excited to be in the midst of such powerful women. I think that when women come together, it's a powerful thing because we change the dynamic of what we see in the world. We change the dynamic of what we're doing, and I came in my authentic self today. I wanted you guys to see me. I want to be able to see and connect with all of you, so I'm not having a face full of makeup. I definitely do have on some lip gloss because I don't want my lips to be ashy, but my authentic self, my me layer, and allowing myself to be transparent in teaching you guys how I deal with my mess, how I conjure my energy to be the best representation of source, to be the best representation of my ancestors and my divine parents that I could truly be on this planet, right? So one of the really short topics that we're going to be talking about today is 2018. This is a year of pain, triumph, and ultimate knowledge. Since 2018 has started, if you guys are not really familiar with astrology, we have had 5 planets coupled in one individual house for the last 3 months, since the beginning of January. It started in Sagittarius and has moved its way through the signs into Pisces, now moving into Aries. The reason why this is so prominent is because you have the sun, you have Venus, you have Mars, and the sun is your outward personality. This is the way that you like to project yourself out to the world. Mars is your temperament. It's the way that you deal with people. It's the way that people deal with you. It's what pushes your buttons, but it's also your passion. Venus is the way that you love. It's the way that you give love and receive love. Also, we have had 2 underlying planets in there as well. We have the moon, which is your subconscious, the way that you think, the way that you train yourself to think, your subconscious patterns and repetitions. And we've had all of these planets in one particular sign in one particular house. So many of us are going through a period of reanalysis, revamping. We're going through a period of gestation. This is like being inside of the tightest box that you could possibly be in, because it's forcing us to go through these things. It's forcing us to heal. It's forcing us to hurt, and it's forcing us to really analyze ourselves and figure out what exactly we need to do in order to live the best quality life that we can. There are a lot of people at this time that are transitioning off of this planet. I have talked to many sisters on Facebook via Messenger or Instagram via DM or just regular posts, and we're all trying to remove these limitations, remove the things that are going on, but also many of the people in the world are grieving right now, and that adds a different component to the healing process. We already have the planets moving and venturing and charting into unknown territory with these 5 planets, and then to add grief on top of that for a lot of you. Is a very, very powerful thing because it's teaching you how to go through situations in life without a safety net. There is no safety net right now. Relying on the ancestors is definitely one of the key components that we all have to do at this particular time because we can't see our way out of this one. It's kind of like being in the dark and you know that you're getting close to a door, but you don't exactly know where it is, right? It's dark and it's like muddy water, and a lot of us have never been here before. This is very new territory for me. If you look at my chart, and I have showed some of you guys my chart. If you look inside of my chart, you will see that me personally, I have a stellium in the 7th and 8th house right now. The 7th is where my Saturn is, which means I'm going through my Saturn return at 27 years of age. I just lost my sister, and that affects my 8th house of death and rebirth where Pluto is, but it also affects my Saturn return. It also affects where my sun was at the time. And it's teaching me how to keep my friends close, how to honor my friendships, how to make sure that I'm calling my friends every day. Sometimes I get so busy because I'm trying to start another business venture. I'm trying to run an already opened business, that I forget to check on my friends and, to make sure that they know that I love them and that I appreciate them, So this has taught me, like, definitely make sure that you're taking the time for yourself, for the people that you love. Money is good, but we cannot take money with us, and we need to be diligent to our spirit and to the people around us, and definitely making sure that we are doing all that we can to be the best representations of ourselves. This year, I call you to remove the fear. We all have a fear-based reality in one form or the other. So I am calling you to actually utilize this course to drop your guard down, to pick up your spirituality, and let's grow you into a goddess. We all, including myself, definitely have things that we need to work on. But the first part of this is removing the fear so that your pain could be your greatest story. I know that you're going through things. I'm going through things, but we cannot stay in that space. As goddesses, we have been called to heal this land. As goddesses, we have been called to heal ourselves, to heal our wombs, to heal our sons, to heal the men. And that's exactly what we need to do. No questions asked. So I ask that you join me on this journey. I definitely ask that you give this particular journey your all, that you really allow this to be a changing point in your life. Tomorrow, which is March the 20th, we are going through spring equinox. I'm going to be doing a ritual. I'm going to be sending the ritual to you guys free of charge. There are other people who are paying for this ritual, but I'm going to just record it on QuickTime for you guys as I'm doing it so you guys can kind of see what it is I do, how I call on my ancestors, how I venerate, my spirits, how I ask and petition for different things just to make sure that my life is cohesive. You can't really stop death, but you can definitely make sure that each other area of your life is well faceted. That way, when you're going through grief, when you're going through trauma, when you're going through heartbreak, things of that nature, you have something to rely on, and that is your spirit. We are going to definitely teach you how to cultivate your spiritual reality in the way that you see fit. So this is going to be the first short video. I'm going to be uploading videos, about 3 to 4 times a week. I wanted to let this digest. I definitely wanted to say thank you. Be on the lookout for the video tomorrow. I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to stream it live. I could definitely check. If I'm able to stream it on YouTube Live, I will let you guys know in the Facebook group. That way you guys can take a look. But if not, definitely come on to Instagram Live. I'm going to be streaming live on there. I love you guys. I am so grateful that you guys have chose me to be on this journey with you, and let's go ahead and fly. Let's cultivate our reality, and let's have a successful 2018. Ashe to your ancestors. Until we speak again. Bye.